do it.
Ever since taking my car over a 15-foot cliff, I can barely look at a ledge without gripping anxiety. So how do you get from here to here? With the power of VR. Virtual reality is a pretty hot buzzword right now. For most people, VR is synonymous with games like Super Hot and Beat Saber.
Oh, I love Beat Saber.
You've even probably heard about the Metaverse. While the Metaverse has helped people talk about VR again, there are some concerns.
If a hacker can access that camera, they can see into your office. They can see into your bedroom.
The real concerns are about whether or not Meta can actually make the Metaverse. And according to ex-president of Nintendo of America, Reggie Fils-Aime, he doesn't think that Meta can actually make the Metaverse. In a recent South by Southwest interview, Reggie said that smaller firms are much more likely to make the Metaverse a reality. At first, this didn't really make much sense to me since Meta has so many resources. I found a business article about a small VR company in Utah that was just getting off the ground. I did the most logical thing, which was to email the CEO and ask for an interview, and by some sort of miracle, or perhaps a lapse in judgment, he agreed to meet with me.
What's up, guys? Marshall Miller here with the GoPro Bomb Squad. I'm in the house with my good friend James Jensen. This guy's the founder and creator of Jump. This is the world's first wingsuit simulator, and we have an awesome contest coming up that I'm gonna let James tell you about.
Jump is really small when you compare it to the likes of Meta, which is a Fortune 500 company, and it's even small comparative to other AAA studios. Despite its size, Jump was brimming with custom, cutting-edge technology. All the hardware, including the helmets, were handmade. What I really wanted to know was what motivated James to create a small startup like Jump, and how that culture was different than the culture at a large company like Meta. So one of the questions that I wanted to ask are, like, what are some of the roadblocks that you've learned to overcome when creating this startup?
If you are starting your own business and stuff like that, I would highly recommend finding a mentor that has started at least 2 or 3 businesses. Whether they've been successes or not doesn't matter. Actually, probably if they haven't been successes, they're going to be a better mentor than if they have. This is honestly one of the first companies I've had complete control of. I haven't had, partners that have had different ownership structures that were able to manipulate the vision and the culture and stuff. And so I kind of got out of hand with things, but I like to create a culture where employees are really held accountable by the rest of their team members, not by me. They're held accountable by their team members. The accountability thing I think is important, and I don't believe in 9-to-5 stuff anymore. People that take the perspective of you need to clock in at 9 and leave at 5 or 6, like that's so old school.
Yeah.
And I learned that the hard way too. Like my first company, I was drinking Red Bulls and eating Wendy's, and I was there constantly, and I was there putting in the time, right? But when I look back on it now, I realized I was really only operating at like 10 or 20% of my capacity because I was so tired, I was so wasted, I couldn't think clearly.
So you've been in this field for a while.
Yeah.
How do you continue to find satisfaction, motivation to keep working?
Satisfaction. Where I get my motivation for this is not making $1 billion and making a crazy successful company as far as the world sees it. I saw something at the void that like gave me all of my drive. And it was when people came out of the experience and they had this expression on their face and they were so pumped about what just happened to them. They were almost like renewed. I think I got addicted to that. Like there's nothing more rewarding than seeing somebody enjoy something that you've created that makes them happier. like any video game development, like you get that same reward too. Like when people see and experience something that you've created, I don't think there's an amount of money that compares with that feeling.
After the interview, I understood what Reggie was talking about. They're passionate, they have the drive, and they're going to be the ones that pioneer the metaverse.